In looking at the Accounts Receivable module, Cash Receipts is another place where having a graphical interface makes life easier for the user. Once we supply the information for the incoming payment, we'll see this grid of open invoices. And again, it's easy to just click and select the invoices to pay. I can edit the applied and discount amounts if I'd like. And of course I have the option to auto-select as well. Comments that flow in from the individual invoices can be viewed and edited, and still more comment info can be captured about this specific receipt. If using bank reconciliation, Cash Receipts will prompt for a deposit ID so that you can group payments in a way that will match up to your bank statement, such as grouping them by date or creating separate deposits for checks versus credit card payments. The system will supply a bank deposit number. You can provide a description, the corresponding Cash Receipts code, and you can also enter a deposit amount here to use as a balancing tool. You'll be warned as you exit Cash Receipts if you haven't applied the entire deposit amount. The Customer Master Form is full of new features, so let's move there next. Customers can be marked as inactive with this new checkbox. Marking a customer as inactive doesn't change data for that customer that's already in the system, and you can always uncheck the box. The advantage to the inactive flag is that it lets you easily skip over the inactive customers when doing queries or running reports, and also prevents you from creating new orders using an inactive customer. The Sales and Aging Summary tab sports an embedded widget to make it really easy to assess the customer's aging status. In addition, you can drill on any of the aged balance or sales fields to get to the underlying detail. From this customer balance drill down, I can see the invoices that comprise the total outstanding balance. And I can use these hyperlinks to see any payment detail, as we see here, or to launch Invoice History Inquiry and take a better look at that invoice. Users can now enter customer comment information into this new comment dialog rather than being restricted to the older 80-character comments. And access to quotes, orders, and invoices is just a click away via these built-in queries. If you want to grab an on-demand statement or a batch of statements at month end, they're generated using Jasper reports and are interfaced with report control. Graphical interfaces just make it so easy to convey a lot of information quickly. Here under Reports, you'll find 3 quick views into your sales data. This view of Sales by Salesperson not only makes use of graphical controls for selecting your time frame, as with this handy slider, but also lets you depict that data across a wide variety of charting methods. And finally, we have a Jasper report that begins with a list of sales by customer type and lets me drill or link to a different report showing the sales for customers of the specified type, further into sales for a given customer, and further still into the details for a given invoice. Notice how each new report comes up in its own tab. So I can have several tabs open at one time. And I can quickly use a right-click option to close all the tabs but the one I'm interested in.